strict mob programming guidelines that you can find on the internet if you search for them. And we're not going to use all those because for meetups, what we found works best is, first off, like we sort of at least start off with a bit of a checklist because we want both people to come up here who have maybe some experience with Python and Flask, but we also want people to be able to come up to the computer who don't have any experience with any of it. And the idea is that if you're at the computer, you're supposed to be the one that's doing the typing, but not necessarily the one that's doing the majority of the driving. The people out in the audience should be telling you how to do the next step. So what we're going to do is make a simple API. And so we're going to have an endpoint, like a URL, that's a post request that does a username and password. And that's where we're starting from. Whatever other endpoints and things that we want to create after we get through those steps is up to everybody that's in this room, what we do next with it. So, we may or may not have something that we consider a quote-unquote complete app by the time we're done, but that's okay because it's something that we can definitely come back to and work on later. We're creating a GitHub repository for it so that people can submit pull requests and things as they want after the meetup as well. So I need the first victim. Casey has volunteered. Right. Oh.
I'm gonna swing this around. No, come over here.
Okay.
So everything that's on the screen is going to be up there.
Yep.
We have VS Code open here, which I know you're familiar with. The GitHub, we're working in a GitHub repository, Orlando Python /Flask-Mob, and we're going to be following this tutorial right here, creating RESTful APIs using Python and MySQL. If it will zoom in, there we go, everyone can see.
A little bit better. How is that? A little bit better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And so I can read anything we need read as well. I have a lovely overlay voice.
Yeah.
As you can tell.
But the idea actually is a little bit less of reading the tutorial. It's there for us if we want it, and more of starting out looking at the checklist and figuring out just what file we need to make, what we need to start typing. I've been pretty explicit about the first instructions, but that doesn't mean that we even have to do them in the order that I wrote them.
Okay. This is our checklist.
So you could go on, actually on the Git repository, you should be able to rendering that markdown if you go to the file, so that you can actually check the boxes as we do them.
Snazzy.
If I
Oh yeah,
markdown
yeah.
correctly. So the setup steps are something that is already done on the computer, but it's just for your reference so that you know what you would have to do. You need to have Python and pip install, and then for the part of the tutorial that is sort of established, you need two of the Flask libraries, which is the MySQL and REST. Are there people in here that have not ever done anything before? Okay, so everybody's done that, so we don't need to do that. I think a directory's already been created because we have a repository.
Yes.
So somebody tell me something to do.
So we have Python, we have pip. For the sake of being completion, making sure that we check everything off, we should do pip install Flask RESTful and Flask MySQL and Flask probably.
Yeah,
Somebody else do that.
Needs Flask.
If you go back to VS Code, you can do
I always forget.
Control tilde to open it up.
Okay, there we go. All right, so what do I type?
Pip install Flask-restful.
Okay.
With a K.
I'm just a.
We almost had a Flask Mob.
Could be a long night. Looks like we have it.
And that's basically saying, like, you're being redundant, but
It's just checking everything. And then the other one was Flask-MySQL.
Can we get that? It's like,
Hmm?
it's thinking about this one.
It's having to share the network with a YouTube stream.
Oh, is that all?
All right.
And we know we can blame Michael DuPont today.
No.
Okay, it worked. What do I do now?
So we have.
what do you think you should do next to create
Oh, wait.
a brand new app from scratch?
Are they telling me what to do, or am I programming right now?
We're supposed to be telling you what to type, but
Well, if I look at this handy dandy
I think the
checklist,
first thing you should do is figure out how to make a file for your app that should probably be a Python type file, because I heard that Flask and Python go good together.
that sounds
Might be a
good.
idea, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where the file's in.
So, somebody tell me whether I'm doing
you
this
wanna
with
create
the
a-
IDE or the console.
You want to make a new directory to put it in? Do you do that, or is that already done?
We've got the directory and the repository name for type to get.
So all we need is
Just
file.
Toss it all in that folder, call it good.
Ye-
Just throw it all on the floor.
Okay, so am I making a file? Am I doing the, like, tell me. What am I doing?
You want a whole directory.
I think you can do that whatever.
Okay, first you type VI space.
I thought we were friends.
Like
Okay.
Nano.
I think they don't come with Mac, does it?
I would just say make.
I'm gonna
Well,
be
I would
honest,
make a new folder. Usually
Yeah.
put your application in a folder. We can just call it. Let's call it Flask Mob. No space, all lowercase.
I just tossed it all in the repository. We'll sort that later.
So
Yeah,
that's the kind of suggestions that are supposed to happen when we're kind of all thinking as a group about what we should do. We have some instructions there, but the folder's a really good idea that wasn't included on there, and we should be coming up with that sort of stuff. The more experienced people in the room should be telling the noobs like me when we make checklists that are incomplete.
Okay, so probably for the sake of making things look nice for our imports, we should have an init file instead of app.py inside of Flask Mob. So file name for Python nameful files needs to be underscore underscore init underscore underscore .py and enter. And what this allows us to do is anywhere inside of our application, either in the same folder as Flask Mob or in folders and files inside of Flask Mob, we can do import Flask Mob or from Flask Mob import app, DB, all these other things. And it'll also let us do, let's say if we have a models folder or a views folder, which we're probably definitely going to have a views folder. It allows you to do Flask Mob period views, just like you expect in Python. So, in a file.
Anybody got an idea of what should go in there?
Do we need to toss anything in there? I don't remember. It's also made it from module.
You don't have to.
Yeah, I can just leave it.
Yeah.
Blank. Yeah, no, the presence of the file is magic.
Okay.
There you go. So what's next?
Want to make an API, not I file?
Okay.
A small flask from a large flask.
Flast.
Really
Flast it.
fast.
Blast it.
Flash, flask.
That's a T, sir. That's a T I keep misspelling.
That's not near the K.
Shh.
This is probably a pretty radical idea, but since we installed some other, like we pip installed some other libraries that are related to Flask, we may also want to import those libraries.
Import the whole thing? You probably had specific things you want to pull out of there.
I can read out later.
I think for the sake of just having something that we can feel good about, what if we go into init.py and import Flask there? So we can do import Flask, or you can just simply from Flask import Flask with a capital F.
I like that.
From. Oh, no.
Import Flask with a capital F, and then enter. App equals Flask, close empty parentheses.
Big F.
Big F. Big F. And then enter. Now, Flask uses decorators for its routes, so we can use @app.route, and in parentheses put a string with just a backslash in it. Or forward slash. Okay.
Is this the right slash? I never
Yeah.
remember. Yeah.
Enter.
An old school slash.
Yeah. Now and then with decorators we have to have a function, so we can do def index, empty parentheses, colon, and our function can just return hello world for the sake of being programmers.
What about?
For the sake of being literal.
I mean, I would have chosen
What is it
hello
called, a string
Opa
literal?
maybe.
Let's see. Now,
Or we could do hello Flask because that seems to be.
now I'm forgetting the part that we need to add to the very bottom of this to actually serve it.
Is it
I
here?
think that's
App.run.
probably this app.run.
App.run. Okay.
Inside your if underscore name.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's do. Well. Yeah. So do if underscore name. Yeah. There you go. Equals the string or equals string underscore main underscore. There's
That's a lovely-
Why I should have snipped it
lovely
to 4
condition,
bits.
isn't it?
This is why we love begins
Yeah.
in Python. App.run parentheses.
And then.
And that should be it. So save it,
bare bones.
and then
What doesn't it like about that? It just, did you not say blank by the end of the file?
it likes blank runs in the file. Also, you're going to see something really crazy because my install of Highland is broken, so it's not going to recognize when we create variable names, which is very weird. But
Hey, didn't put the doc string.
Ah.
Oh, I just happened to hover there.
So I guess all we have to do is go into our terminal here and do Python Flask Mob .py, I think, or no space.
No dash.
No
Or,
dash.
yeah, no dash.
So I'm calling the folder name.
.py.
It should be the name of that Python file.
Yeah, the init turns it into a Python thing. Does it?
No.
I don't think so.
Because you call
Well,
it
we put it
.py, I
in-
think.
It's API.py we need to be inside of our Flask Mob directory.
Well,
I don't know how your editor works for that.
We're right there.
How about in the main folder, we create a Python file called run.py, and then we do from Flask Mob import app.run. That's a typical development thing to do. Because if you externalize how you run it, you can create one file that is debug.py, production.py, those kind of things. So
What was the name of that again?
run.py. And then from Flask Mob import app. It should, Flask M, it should appear in our import thing. Yay! Not .app, just import app. Yeah, because within it in there, Flask Mob becomes a package, that a library that can be imported. And then app.run, that should be it. Yeah. And then, yeah, so save that, and then in the terminal we type python run.py and it should work.
So, in our
Oh, after Flask has to have name.
the name as an argument.
Yeah. True.
So inside Flask, we need to tell underscore name.
Oh, right. Okay, right. And that would give it the name Flask Mob. You can also, instead of using underscore name, you can name it whatever you want, but name is a shortcut to name it the exact same as the file name or the library name.
You like shortcuts.
Okay, and so
Okay,
now it's
survey.
telling us that we're on
Swipe over to our
localhost
browser.
5000.
And it's going to say a thing.
It should say hello world. Very small, but there it is.
Look at that, we had a great moment of success, and so.
Woo!
Ship it.
What you can, one way you can run mob programming is to just simply give everybody the exact same time limit at the keyboard. I like it better if we switch up after somebody has gotten to experience
All of that success was mine.
So who wants to volunteer to come up next and continue? All right.
We got this. Oh, it's an apple. And now I have no idea what I'm doing.
Command tab will flip you in between things.
Oh, okay, I see.
Like
Oh,
tab
right,
goes on
right.
with it.
Derp. Okie dokie dokie.
There is
Yeah.
a command terminal open in the code, so you don't need to go back to that again.
There we are. Okay,
It's also
so
a 4-finger swipe.
4-finger swipe.
Yeah.
Not three fingers?
There's a lot of gestures that you probably don't need to know to be able to.
Good.
This is a part of Flask Mob program.
All right, so what am I doing?
We should probably have our checklist while we're going, right? Or
Yeah.
do we want to
Yeah.
mark things off?
Check the checklist.
Yeah, I think we
Good
deviated
checklist.
somewhat from our checklist at this
Oh, that's
point,
all right.
which is a good thing.
Ooh.
But
are made to be broken.
But essentially, we've done all the stuff where we have made sort of a test endpoint. And now we probably want to do
API,
something to make a more interesting endpoint, I would say.
Okay.
Third icon.
Ah. Okay.
What it looks like, I have no idea what the Visual Studio logo is supposed to look like.
So,
it's gonna be simple.
Yeah.
It's very
We have one more import. We haven't imported the MySQL.
Probably still want Flask RESTful here, rather than API, because we're gonna actually be doing the application launch there, right? Probably want to put that there.
API is going to consist of everything that we can.
Okay, that's gonna be purely on the back.
Yeah, you put the user facing pages inside of views file.
Okay, so we probably want to do a
Views folder?
Now we're going to that one.
Views is the easiest thing to get moving for the kind of because it's there, but we can start with API because we have that for all the time.
Maybe that first then.
So now that we have our Flask application has been initialized. Typically, this index route would be in a views folder.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
And this init file would contain what are essentially the non-config level globals of your application, like the application itself, connection to database, Babel if you're doing localization, things like that.
So should we refactor the index first and put it?
Yeah, let's do.
Yeah, let's put that in a views file.
Yeah, so let's create a file called views.py.
Do
Mm-hmm.
you want a file or a folder? Or both?
I think for the
Simple enough
like
just
for
to do a
For
file.
now, we can just create a file. I don't think we're going to get too crazy on the views. We'll definitely have a folder for templates.
We'll have to look and see.
Okay.
No one?
And then we take. Whoop-a-doop-a-doop.
So yeah, we just take our route out of there, and we can also get rid of the if name equals main while we're at it. So
Yeah, because we're not calling that.
yeah.
Oop.
All right.
No.
Look how sparse our
So
edit.
now that we've erased everything that Casey did,
Aw.
Yeah, we're gonna paste it in here.
No, just
Boop.
Just moved it.
yeah. So there's two things we have to do to connect our views file. First off, in views, we have to do from Flask Mob import app because we are pulling down a global application variable. So our file knows what app is.
Hold on. Import.
So that adds it in. Now
Hey.
we're missing something.
What are we missing?
This has nothing to do with what we're thinking. If we want to look at documentation while we're thinking of things to say and add, where can we do that?
Flask.org. Yeah, that's.
Flask.pogo.org, right?
I'm going.
I would just
Just
Google
Google
Flask
it.
stuff.
Yeah, I just Googled
Yeah.
Flask API and go from there, but
Well, you guys had a link, so I was setting you up to post your link to the documentation and the tutorial you're using in
It's
the
in the
meetup channel.
top of the checklist. Oh,
Where was the download button?
Oh.
Flask API, that's different.
github.com/python/Flask Mob.
Yeah, this one.
It's going to be the top on the organization page. And once we get this next step down, I think it would be a good idea whenever we switch out people to go ahead and commit whatever we've done at that point.
Oh, so we get the blame straight, got it.
Yeah. Well, everything's going to be under me.
Praise.
Praise.
And command is blame.
Should
Oh,
we
it's
start?
like it has an alias, praise. Yes, it does. I swear it does.
Flask.poku.org.
So,
P-O-C-O-O.
That's the generic documentation.
Yeah. But it contains just about everything that we already did with Casey.
We should probably save the changes we've made while we're thinking about it. Those circles are bugging me.
Save views. We're actually done with views for now.
okay.
Yeah, so just click in and
Control S.
Command S.
Command F.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's
Command,
Okay,
command.
so
Sometimes
the,
they'll use
can
control will
anyone,
get you nowhere.
before we move on to API apply, can anyone think of the thing that we are missing to connect our views? Yes. More specifically, we need to import views. So
From
Uh,
Flask?
yeah, from
Flask.
no, raw file.
Oh,
Raw
from
file. So
oh.
this file is completely
Oh,
done,
derp, derp.
at least for now.
That is the news
Oh, yeah.
file.
Save it.
I thought it was saved.
If
It
we
is
uploaded
saved.
It's still
views
this thing.
Close.
There we
within
go.
the views file, that would be quite interesting indeed.
Yeah, that would be interesting. Let's import views.
So-
from
Oh, I know this one.
Do it.
So when you're working on an application within a file folder, you can actually call other files within your file structure, but you have to point to them. So if you write a file over here
Yeah.
that's called API, and then you have views over here, and you want to use something in API from views, you have to call that file by importing it. And you can
Exactly.
use dot your file, or if it's in a different file folder, you can say file folder
Right.
/ your file name.
So before we touch API, we're going. Let's very quickly implement exactly what Casey just said.
Go to
So in init.py.
Init.
Now for Python purists, this is going to absolutely annoy you to no end. But where the cursor is right now, we don't want to import our views. Can anyone think of why?
Ooh! So we want to say from, right?
Yes.
From dot
Dot views.
from dot import views from Flask Mob import
I don't know.
views
It's
from
Well, I think you're stuck on syntax, and actually we don't need to import
No, from
anything
dot-
from views specifically. We
From
need
dot
to do.
import view.
Yeah, we can do that. That's a relativistic import. But the lovely thing about putting our application in it is we can just do from Flask Mob import views.
Oh, okay.
And now we go from a relativistic to a
Yeah, that's more
Whatever,
explicit too. I like that. Yeah, let's do that.
a whatever
That's in the
the
Zen.
algorithm is.
and why is that good?
Because it's in the Zen.
Import views.
Because no matter where we are in our file structure, if we do from Flask Mob import things, it's not going to change.
Yep.
If we had a views folder and we wanted to get something out of the views folder, which we wouldn't do in this file, but in the views folder, if we carried a views folder and our current code is in it, we'd be able to import other things from views doing from flaskmob.views. My other name of module import set. Now, this is, we haven't actually addressed the problem. We've shown the absolute import statement, but can anyone tell me a problem with can anyone think of a problem? Believe me, my Flask knowledge is going to quickly run out here.
It's been a while since I've I remember.
The only thing I can think of, because I ran into this like recently, is if you have anything else named views.
Not
Is that not the
exactly
area?
what's going on here.
What does it say?
So we have 4 lines, or 3 lines. We have from Flask import Flask, from Flask Mob import views, and then we do app equals Flask name of our application. Remember that Python, well, most languages are
recursive
going
imports?
to do the initial parsing and interpreting
Yeah.
the files line by line. Remember that in our views file, we imported application. Well, we imported app from this file.
Right.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Recursive
no.
imports.
When we import views, we have not yet created
Yeah, it has
app.
to be after app,
Yeah.
which is all kinds of bad Python. But
Yeah, it's like for the purists in the room, it will bug you to no end.
the linter is probably gonna be mad too.
The linter doesn't get it. Well, yeah, maybe.
Depends
I
on
don't
what you say.
remember. But yeah, our importing our views, anything that actually relies on
App has to go
App
after app
or-
is assigned. It's
yeah.
declared. Yes.
exactly, and anything else. In Flask and a couple of these other larger applications where you have a global variable name like app, db, babel, yada yada, you import everything else that relies on it after they've been declared. So we have to cut that file and place it below app. Now if we save and we go into our terminal, Control C or
Right, Command C.
It's still Control C.
Still Control C.
Control C. Yeah,
Wow.
and then we
It's good for
rerun it, and we go swipe 4 fingers to the.
Are you sure it's 4
towards
fingers?
the
No, it's
left.
3 fingers.
3 fingers moves around the screen or the windows, and 4 fingers swipe up, down, left, right, yada yada. Or just go to Safari.
Oh, that's fine. Derp.
And we go back to our localhost page. I think.
Far right now.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. And we reload the page. Nothing should change, but we've successfully moved our views out of the app.
Great. We did it.
And that is the general way that you have to add modules, things in different folders, different files. Because you can do everything in a single file, but oh please don't.
Yeah,
Well, yeah.
it'll be painful.
Are we calling that a victory to commit, or
You wanted to do the API. We can. You can stay up there if you want. We should definitely
Commit. Okay.
right now. So it's it's the middle button there with 4 on it on the
Middle
left-hand
button with
side,
4 on it.
very left hand side.
Oh, there.
Yeah, there. Click the plus button on Run, Init, and Views,
Run, init, and views, and then
and then just
check mark.
enter in a message.
Oh, right, commit message, of course. Oh, refactored.
Or select random on the web and show the previous
Commits from last night. There's a command line tool that will replace the commit message. If you send something randomly from commits from last night, or what to commit, stuff like that.
man, this editor really likes to be helpful.
It really does.
video.
Kind of annoying.
And you don't listen to it.
Fine.
Don't listen to the box. Just and then on the very bottom,
Oh.
there we go. That will push, and now everyone can see the code. Except for API.py,
Which is not that.
which we haven't.
It's fine.
So who wants to do it now?
Who wants to not work?
Okay. That's a nice table roll. It's nice. Okay. So let's see. We've got our view slowed out. Ready to work on the API. Let's just see.
Checklist maybe?
Do we want to update the checklist as we go, or we just want to leave it unmarked?
I think we can leave it unmarked because we're so far away from
Okay.
the list. And actually, like for most mob coding, you just don't use any sort of list at all.
Right, this is just to get
sort of
started.
Give us an idea. We like it when we deviate from the list. That means
Sure.
we're being creative.
All right, so what are we thinking?
What do we want it to do?
Do we want to do the API endpoint stuff?
I think we want to do the API endpoint stuff. What do you guys think?
I think so. And I don't think a user is a bad idea for first endpoint because the post request is fairly simple and most apps have users.
Or we can do users that are a little complicated. If we want to do a user, I was just going to copy paste some code in that does Facebook or Twitter awk for us, but that's a little.
I'll just do HTML basic
I feel
auth. It'll be
that's
fine.
something that's like pretty difficult to understand compared to a post request that asks for your email and a password, even if it's not something that you would want to use for real security purposes.
Maybe we want to sidestep users for now. Then that sounds like a lot of work.
Maybe we just come up with what static content do we want to serve, more or
Hmm.
less. Like, what do we want to store? Maybe what our favorite Python libraries are. I'm thinking something like the Pokemon or the Star Wars API sort of thing.
Pokemon API is super great.
So we need to. The next thing we need to do is we need to make a route to handle this, and should we want to set up the database connection first, or do we want to go right into making the route? I mean, the route won't do anything without database, but
We can either way. What's your preference? What would you rather set up? You're the driver right now.
I'm trying to get the mob to make decisions for me.
I have a little experience with SQL.
People-
Okay, let's do the database. All right, what am I doing?
I'm looking up the documentation for Flask MySQL.
Good idea. Good idea.
So
Good.
the first thing we can do in an API.py.
Do we need this import Flask? I don't think we do.
No, but we can do from Flask Mob import app because we will certainly need that in our API.
We will also need import MySQL from
Yep.
flask.extension.mysql.
Import. What was that?
MySQL, capital M, capital S.
Oh, capital. Is it import or from import something?
Import MySQL,
Just like this?
capital SQL.
It's a Flask -MySQL import
No.
MySQL, is it? No.
I'm looking at it right now.
Well, you guys are driving, so.
MySQL from flask.ext.mysql, all lowercase. That is the same line. So
Oh,
import
from,
MySQL from flask.extension.mysql.
No,
That sounds backward.
No, so it's from Flask extension MySQL
I am
import
reading the checklist right now, guys.
Well, the checklist would be wrong.
That's wrong.
It worked as I
Yeah, I think if you read the checklist.
Like this?
is written in English. It's not
Yeah.
meant to be like
That's-
exactly how you
Okay.
write your line.
I guess we can, I don't see who to blame right now, so. Technically, it works both ways, correct?
No,
What did I do wrong here?
no, you can't
Okay.
make an import statement both ways.
That's an error.
But
Yeah, what did
you
I?
wouldn't,
think-
you wouldn't write a sentence from this import this.
Line 3.
The-
Import Flask.
That's
Oh, it's-
What's the module name for Flask
Flask
RESTful?
works, but I would say
I would just get
I
rid of it.
imported the Flask RESTful library from Flask. If I were to tell you what I did.
I don't. You can't. Can you put?
I think the error is in int. Oh, never mind.
Okay, now I've got these imports. Okay, that's fine. All right, so what are we doing now?
You need to get an initial database connection.
That's true. If we're setting up a database connection, shouldn't we do that in init as well?
Yeah, if you're creating a database connection or a database object, that should be in it, and then you do from Flask Mob import app, DB.
Yeah, let's do that then. Let's see.
We're still probably going to import stuff from
Yeah.
MySQL, but-
Okay. Then I'll leave it in both files. We'll sort it out. All right, so we probably want to set up a database connection here in init. That's what we want to do. Yes. Yes.
So-
Someone find the documentation and tell me what we're doing.
So I can tell you that you're going to want to put it on the line just under app. It's
Before we import the views? Actually, yeah, that makes sense. We're configuring the
yeah,
app.
then we can do from Flask Mob import views, comma API,
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
or APIs, comma views if you like to alphabetize.
Mhm.
So I think it's just DB equals MySQL empty parentheses.
And then,
Oh,
wait, the parentheses have to be around the app?
And
Or do you have to use
well, then you
MySQL?
need a db.init underscore app, and then put app in parentheses according to the docs here.
Like so?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that should be it. So if we save this file,
Yeah, before we go any further, let's make sure this still builds.
well, let's go to API first.
Okay.
Very quickly.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and import DB from Flask Mob as well.
Do you want to keep the line free as well?
Go up
Just on
to
the
the
top-
very
on the
first
top.
line.
Yep.
No, on the very top
just
line.
add
we can
comma.
just
and
Oh, you're right,
DB.
sorry.
There we go.
Yeah.
And then let's just make sure that it imports okay. We can do cursor equals db dot get underscore db. Get parentheses dot cursor outside of it. Yeah. Dot cursor parentheses.
And
And
need to provide some credentials or something?
We don't have any setup done on like database parameters, like database password.
Yeah.
We need some credentials for the database.
it has configuration.
I'm looking at a tutorial for Flask MySQL database right now, and it looks a little bit straightforward.
Did you set up a MySQL database?
Well, I don't think we've
No,
actually set up a
this is
connection yet, no.
This is a different.
Let's see if it works right now.
Just like this?
Yeah, just like this.
Do we want to import API over here?
Yes, we should. Yeah, we should put that in there too.
I don't think we've set up anything yet, but let's see what happens when we try this.
See,
Nope, definitely did not work. None type has no attribute cursor.
yeah, so it doesn't know what that is.
Yep.
Mhm.
So it doesn't know what DB is. Or get DB. Return on.
This is.
So
Is MySQL connected?
Well, we haven't actually told it where our MySQL database is, have we?
By default, it would probably be, well, yeah, that's part of, usually there's a string, you have a local host, a port is a default port, users root by default, and password is probably root by default. If it's a real MySQL instance. Now, maybe Flask does some magic I don't know about, but if you just make a straight Python MySQL program, you're gonna do that stuff.
You also have to run a MySQL server separately, right?
Yeah.
We do have MySQL configured, correct?
Yeah.
Init app instantializes the app for use with the MySQL connection class. So how do we set up the connection?
that would be.
Well,
that's supposed to be DB.
DB was MySQL was probably connection class, but there's not actually a MySQL database anywhere, right?
So
On the tutorial, you have to configure the user password and stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say, if this
Yeah.
is MySQL and not SQLite, we have to actually
Actual
configure a
MySQL
connection.
database.
Then you have to make a connect.
And you have to
Then
run
you
it.
can do,
And
the
you have to
connect
have-
string usually passes all that stuff.
And you have to have it run.
Yeah, you have to have a MySQL database. connected.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, you have to have a.
So we need to install MySQL.
We do have MySQL installed, correct?
Do type which MySQL. You have the client, it'll tell you. You don't have the client, which MySQL, MySQL D? That would be the. No, it looks like it's probably not installed. It's on the Mac, right?
Yeah.
It's probably not installed by default. I usually have it.
Oh, God, we don't have to use Homebrew, do we?
That's what I was
why don't we
gonna
just
say.
use
Yes, you
Homebrew?
should probably install it.
We can just use SQLite.
Yeah, let's use SQLite. That's, okay.
That's only the better part of Valor.
That won't require any special configuration. All right.
Yeah, I'm not
Okay.
watching servers.
So we should probably change our import then to
Yep.
SQLite.
So I know that Flask SQL often is installed, but that's a little bit different.
Okay. Using SQLite 3 with Flask, which is what I'm looking at. You're going to import somewhere, I don't know where in this architecture, SQLite 3.
Mhm.
And then basically there's a path to the database, because it's a file-based database, right?
Yep.
And then there's then you find a SQLite3.connect to the database, and then you'll have to go out individual for SQLite.
So what do we need to import?
They're just doing straight into SQLite3. Just import.
Well, if we want to make this a little more Flask oriented, Flask SQL Alchemy will automatically create an SQLite database for us.
Oh,
Sure.
Is that,
Yeah,
I guess I have
is
to program it.
SQ Alchemy the ORM for Flask?
Yeah.
Or yeah, it's one of the
Well, it is an ORM.
Yeah. So why don't we do from Flask _ SQL Alchemy import SQL Alchemy. I'll just kind of read stuff off here.
Like
I
this?
haven't seen a like tutorial of.
No, they deprecated .ext.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So underneath where we say app, do app.config, and then square brackets, because it's a dictionary.
Yep.
The string key is all caps, SQL Alchemy,
Like this?
underscore database underscore URI equals string all lowercase SQLite colon 4 forward slashes 1, 2, 3, 4 test.db. So this will create an SQLite database.
Are we sure we can't like do a raw string or something here? This bothers me. All right.
So I think that this should create a test.db SQLite database
Here we
in
take
the
this out.
parent folder. And okay.
What do we want to replace an API with that then?
Wait, so we still need to go back into init
Okay.
for just a second. Now we need to create DB. So DB equals SQL Alchemy app, or parentheses app.
Like so.
Yes. So now let's try API.py, and let's just see if let's see if
Yeah, let's just see if it works.
Save the file as is. Let's see if it works. Yay! Ha 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 ha.
I thought we are using.
Yeah, and we use the underscore.
That's in the Flask SQL library
Yeah.
itself. Yeah.
All right.
Well, deprecated doesn't mean not working.
That's true. That's true. This means deprecated.
It'll work tonight.
And let's make.
Deprecating.
Gonna work. That's gonna break as opposed to broken.
So it is
And
running.
everything
We
still
can-
works. Okay. We didn't break anything.
Yay!
It didn't explode. You
All
get a candy.
So,
We should actually-
who here has ever used SQL Alchemy before? 1, 2. Okay. So SQL Alchemy, we actually use Python to build the database structure.
I'll just start pretending
To
like
crunch
that.
this electric.
You're gonna do all kinds of
From
stuff.
there.
Yeah, just pretend it's active record. Everyone in the room understands Ruby on Rails, right?
Let's see. We're gonna use Flask SQL Alchemy, or just regular
Or
SQL?
is it
What do we have
Flask?
installed?
Well, it's SQL Alchemy via Flask SQL Alchemy.
Okay, yeah.
And then it just does the app and does the connections for us.
Yeah. That's good.
So we wanted to create a user.
I mean, we could. I mean, or we could do something else that's a little easier to wire up.
Hey, we could. What do we want to make an object of?
What do we want to have in our database, basically?
Yeah, we got to create a table.
What
Right.
kind of model do we want for our very first table?
Fake Pokemon.
All right.
Yeah.
That works.
That'll work.
Yeah, so
That'll work.
we can create a class Pokemon.
Illegal.
Yeah.
Here, we don't want to mess about this.
Pokemon.
See, we have to remember, we don't want to get against any trademarks here. No trademark infringement.
That's perfect. Yes, and then we need to do dd.model. Hey, which means we're importing directory.
Yep.
Wire up the SQL and then
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Derp? Well, then
Yeah.
there we go. Yeah, that whole thing is good.
And this
Yep,
is why
is all that.
Flask SQL Alchemy as opposed to SQL Alchemy itself, because it just does all the connections for us.
Yep.
We don't have to import all the columns.
Hence the alchemy part. It's magic,
It is. So
like Rails.
first column
Yeah.
should probably be ID. So ID equals db.column.
Okay, is it column or uppercase or lowercase?
Yeah, uppercase. It should autocomplete with uppercase, maybe. Okay.
We're doing something wrong then, because I don't know if we.
Yeah, it's fine. Uppercase, it might not complete everything. So we're going to make it an int and make it the primary key, so it's db.integer, capital I. And then primary underscore key equals true. And now we can just start adding other things. They have all sorts of things, db.string, and if you want to specify string length, you put that inside the parentheses. You can do unique equals true. You can specify.
This is so you don't have to learn SQL.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is so you don't have to learn SQL. It's great.
It's good because it means that you can blame SQL alchemy when the query destroys the database. It's not your fault. It's not your query that did it.
It doesn't have the same character building. That's why it's-
Thank God.
So,
That's why you don't have to write sentences.
so
Hey,
what?
so where's the goal?
Yeah, what other attributes does a Pokemon have?
Well, if you go to pokeapi.co, you can find all kinds of attributes.
Yeah, we could use crib notes, but a
name
name is a good idea. Is name a keyword? I can't remember. Or can we just use name?
Yeah, so
That should be a string column.
yeah, so what SQL alchemy does is the variable name, or in this case the class attribute names, are the names of the columns, and then we're specifying the type and any other kind of things that go along with it.
String is a valid type, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then the parameter
Parentheses.
If we want to get really complicated, which I don't think we do, eventually we can have things like evolutions as attributes, and then we'll be like pointing to other Pokemon.
Yep.
Yeah, you can take
Oh, yeah, you like they refer to itself, that's always cool, self-joins and yeah.
You're definitely going to want to have
For another night.
for under the name column, and the DB column, you probably want to have comma and then unique equals true.
Yeah, I was gonna say we should probably make this.
Well, it depends. Is this are we doing one for each sort of Pokemon, or
this is
is
just a-
there?
We're just
This is
creating.
literally just the
No,
name.
here,
We're
Or
here's
is there
trying to ask.
individual
Here's
Pokemon?
what she's trying to ask, is it a Pokedex or a Pokemon, like, all the ones you see?
Because you could have like, for example, a level 15 Bulbasaur.
Right? Are we defining the instance of the Pokemon or the?
It is the
Let's do
class.
types of Pokemon.
Yes, let's do types of Pokemon, not instances. Yes.
Let's make this a Pokedex.
Yes.
Okay.
If we wanted to do just all the Pokemon that you have, you could make a compound key where it's trainer ID, Pokemon ID, something like that.
There's no
Or use a
limit
form
to the
table.
relational stuff you could concoct.
If
Yep.
name unique true, you can keep adding as many Bulbasaurs as you want. And you can give it trainer ID and stuff like that.
It doesn't seem to think we're using DB properly, which confuses me. But we'll
Yeah.
see.
It's
Sir,
Python in this.
do you suppose if you
uh,
separately imported DB instead of string with commas, that would
No.
at least just go in
It,
a
it
parser
would,
thing?
no, it's,
I mean, I know it's okay with Python, but is there
Yep.
maybe if you were?
yeah, it's fine, it's gonna run, Python in VS Code is.
Okay, so the linter is just crazy. All right.
No one cares what the list
Oh.
is.
Oh, you got
It doesn't, well, that's empty white space, it's getting angry at.
This one is. It's also going to be a DB model. Anyway, all right. So we've got an ID.
Oh, that's the weird thing that I mentioned earlier, it doesn't recognize certain variable names, and I have no idea why.
Yep. Okay. So don't worry about it. Got it.
Between Pokemon and the ID, there should be a special variable. So it'd be underscore table name underscore equals.
That's only if we want the table name to be anything different than the class name.
Yeah.
It's an automatic. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want the main color of the Pokemon listed
Okay.
in the table.
String?
Or we could do a string.
Yeah, like an X.
Or
I'm sure there's a way to
Yep.
really write a type or something, but let's do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's make it an enum. Yeah. Nah.
Yeah, no. It's
Yeah, the RGB.
because
We
SQL.
don't do RGB values, which is very good.
Okay.
What about level or type?
Type. Well, we can't call it type. I'm sure. I'm sure that's a reserved word.
No.
Well, you could do.
You can overwrite anything in Python.
Yeah, but I'd rather not override type.
You could also just put like an underscore in front of it.
And technically, ID is also reserved in Python.
Also, we want to have type linked to another table with one element.
Let's finish one model and
We
talk
make
to it
it
first.
so complicated.
Yes.
Let's just get something. Let's just have ID, name, and color, and that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got our model. What do we do
That's
now?
enough for proof of
That's it.
concept.
Okay.
That's-
So
Wait,
let's.
since when do Pokemon have unique colors?
They do now.
The color is not unique.
So if you have like candy, or if you like for like Pokemon Go, or if you're looking at like a base color like
Y'all are like so new school. I'm still back on like.
The problem is too many studies now.
That's why
we can have
Back in Ruby Sapphire, they actually introduced search your Pokemon by color. So
Oh,
they
I-
do have a color.
I actually played those and don't remember that part.
See, I played the Game Boy Pokemon, so I just put my age out there.
Thanks, Grandpa.
programming question.
There was no color with
We have a
that.
Go ahead.
programming
We have a
question.
programming question
Good.
over here.
Good.
So if we have an instance called color, what if I wanted to stick a list in there instead of a string? Is that possible using SQL?
No.
I mean, we could do that, but I don't want to.
That's-
You just type.
You know, Oracle lets you put XML on top.
Basically, if
That's
you-
just that's something you want to do like a
Something
value
to,
tool,
if
like
something could have multiple different
Yeah.
colors, you would make it a
That's what we
separate
should
model.
Yes.
If that's what you wanted to do.
Whatever we want.
You would say that a Pokemon has many colors,
Yeah.
and those colors belong to the Pokemon.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
And we do that with types and everything too.
But for now, I think we want to do something with this model, don't we?
We're already halfway through our time.
Yes.
I'm gonna get out of here tonight, we better get moving.
Uh,
Okay, that's gonna create a table with 3 columns, right?
Yep.
Essentially.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So now we want to actually do something with this.
Well, we're gonna insert some data into it somehow, right?
Yep.
Or is that something that's gonna come in from the website?
We probably want to, we probably want a route that takes post requests and does some stuff with that. Is what I would do.
Okay, yeah, so we can post the data, in, right?
Yep.
Okay, going forward.
So now we're looking at Flask RESTful.
Have we included Flask RESTful?
No, we need to now. So it'd be Flask underscore from Flask underscore RESTful.
In which file? In which file do we want to do that?
Yeah, or where else?
API.
An API?
Yeah. 'Cause-
That's where we're gonna use it.
yeah.
Okay,
Exactly.
just making sure.
You mean like REST requests go in an API?
Well,
I mean, that's possible.
We're requesting the RESTful thing. What Flask RESTful does is it's very similar to Falcon. You create a class that represents an API endpoint,
Mhm.
a routing endpoint, and you name the functions of the class get, post, delete, put, and that's what handles the different requests. So yeah, and we can do that in this file because views doesn't need to know what RESTful
You
is.
mean you don't have like other fancy names that go over the actual HTTP verbs so that you can have one more thing to map?
I mean, you can do it if you want to. Do you want to do that?
You could.
That's what Rails does.
Yeah, there's
Yep.
Flask by itself actually does support methods without using Flask RESTful. If you're doing forms, like Flask WTF, so it's something to form, but yeah, it's WTF.
Mhm.
When you have a form on that page, you actually do @sign app.route route name, comma, methods equals list, get, and post.
Yep.
And that's how you would take care of that.
So this, before we get into track of this import statement, what do we need to do here?
Resource, comma, and resource, capital R.
Oh, capital.
Yeah, 'cause these are classes. There's resource and API. I think just the A. Yeah, perfect.
See, it likes these, just not like Flask Mob, but it likes these other imports.
Well, in Flask Mob is because we don't have a module doc string.
Is that really why? Is that really the problem?
That's really what it's complaining about. Yeah. Exactly. And now it won't complain. Okay.
Hey, have we committed anything? Well,
Not in a while.
Still seems to be.
Well, we haven't committed since we committed, but we haven't committed since creating our model.
It's a Mac, it probably won't crash.
I think we should be committed at this point.
Yeah, it's you know what we should
Okay,
commit more.
let's
Yes,
commit
I
it.
meant that as a double entendre.
Let's commit it at this point and say added database or something along those lines. Yay! Check mark push on the bottom.
Down here.
Yep.
I love VS Code support for.
Forget.
I mean, I just open a terminal, so
Hey, terminal has its place.
Yep.
It even has its place inside of the GUI.
Yep.
Yeah, but the
Okay. Okay. So we have resource and API. Is anyone else looking at the Flask RESTful documentation? Nope. Because it's there on the main page. I don't want to be the only one talking, but I'm looking right at it. Flask-restful.readthedocs.io.
Down here.
And I'm looking on the quick start, which should be linked from the main page. And whoever is there first should pipe up as to what we do next.
We need several resources. So let's see, class, and then I don't know. We want to call it PokeGit. No.
No.
The class name is internal, so it doesn't really matter what we call it. We could just call
but I like
it
something descriptive personally.
like Pokemon Rest.
Pokemon nap time.
Then
Yeah.
want to inherit from resource. And then we got to have a get function.
Yeah, so remember, the name, we're essentially, I don't know if we're overwriting. I think we're overwriting the get, post, push, and delete. So if we don't create one, it's just going to say, hey, this isn't supported. But that's going to be the name of our functions inside of this class. And we can make anything else that we need inside of this class too. It's just those are the 4 special ones that get called.
Right.
So you want whatever we call the ID.
So I think
And we called it ID, I believe.
Yes. Yes.
And you want to return in the dictionary ID colon Pokemon.
So
And then
Say that again.
So return within a dictionary, so curly braces.
Okay.
Python hash.
Yeah, Python. ID colon. Pokemon.
Wait, do I need to do this? I can't remember.
No.
Okay.
No, it needs to reference the actual ID.
Gotcha.
Pokemon. I can't say it right when it's spelled like that. And then regular bracket. And then ID.
Like this?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what's here. So that will return by ID with the Pokemon. When you get it. The next one is a put. So we're defining a get and put.
Not post?
There's only good post.
I don't know if you
I
know.
think you do post.
I mean, you can do put as well, but
let's make post.
yeah, I was gonna say let's do posts. That's a little more.
Post. I'm still
And-
confused with post and put, the difference between post and put.
I don't think you're.
Well,
The difference is that only post works on the browser.
I've read it so many times and the difference has not stuck.
It's supposed to post is supposed to be for
Brand
new things. Put is supposed to be changing things. The problem with this is that your browser generally will only do post unless you have some other elaborate setup. So it's a pain in the butt to do put.
Like a lot of them will do hack rather than put as well.
Yeah, it all depends.
And,
So like
Someone
Rails
has written a
is
standard
hack
somewhere.
by default.
You can follow it if you want. I just say we should do
Because
post.
put is like
Oh,
old,
they're a
and then
crud.
patch replaced it, but then
They're a
everybody does
non-crud,
what they want.
yeah, they're a non-crud version of create and update.
Actually, we don't need ID here. Post. We
yeah,
need
that's
name.
more the CRUD model.
That's what I just said.
Yeah,
It's
it
a
should-
non-crud
it should be able to
version of
generate
create
the
and
ID.
update.
Okay.
Use put when you can update a resource completely to a specific resource. For instance, if you know that an article resides at URL, you can put a new resource representation of this article directly through a put. If you do not know the actual resource location, for instance, when you add a new article but do not have any idea where to store it, you can post it to a URL and let the server decide the actual URL. So basically you're just saying, I don't want to think about where it gets stored, just think about it for me and I'm gonna post it and it takes care of that logic for you.
Yep.
Whereas put, you're like, it is exactly here. It goes exactly here.
So
In
I
that
have a recommendation for what we're doing right now. I see where you got the ID of my name from.
I got it from the tutorial.
Yes. What the tutorial has in there is it has an empty Pictionary.
It's
That's
a
reading from-
static return.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need to change something up here.
Yeah. So we need to change this. If you want to look at the Flask SQL Alchemy documentation,
Oh, I have a post sample now. I scroll down.
Well, first off, let's actually do something that's going to help a lot. At the very top, let's do from Flask import JSONify.
I like this.
Yay!
Yes,
So-
let's please do that.
Yeah, so pretty much no matter what we send, this will turn whatever our objects are into JSON.
So when
Thank
do
you.
Stuff with like JSON and Elixir, you import poison.
Whoa, shots fired.
It doesn't like JSONify, but oh well, that's not
No,
my problem.
It doesn't like JSONify because that's the first line and it can't parse the file. So let's actually do the, let's do get first. So instead of returning that thing.
This thing?
Yeah.
Whatever that might be.
Yeah, I know what you were reading from, but let's do JSONify parentheses.
Yes, let's do JSONify.
And now we're gonna do a bit of SQL alchemy magic. So we have Pokemon inside of here, so we can do Pokemon.query filter underscore by parentheses ID equals ID.
Bam.
And then dot first parentheses.
Which one?
Yeah, right there. So dot first parentheses. So if there is a Pokemon that has that ID, it will JSONify. It will return a JSON column name.
And it will return exactly one.
Is there a direct way to do
That
Rather
is
than dot first?
that is the direct. So here's the amazing thing with SQL alchemy. Everything up to the dot first, we're just constructing a query string internally, or a query string. It's a query object. It doesn't actually get called until we do dot first, dot last, dot all, these kind of things.
Those actually do the fetch for us.
Yes, exactly. So all
Versus-
those things.
Now, because it's doing the ID, there should only be one of them.
There should only be one.
Yeah.
But this is a cover your ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what SQL allows you to do, because you're doing that, you can have classes and functions build those things for you programmatically, return it to this function, and then the function calls dot first, dot all.
Yep.
Stuff like that. Okay, so in post, it's going to be, what do we want our variable name to be? Like new Pokemon or something like that? It's going to be new Pokemon equals Pokemon, yeah. And then we need to do an init. So in our class Pokemon, we need to have a def init that takes a name and color.
Is it init or underscore, etc.?
Underscore init, yeah. That takes self, name, color. And then all we do in there is self.name equals name and self.color equals color. It will, SQL Alchemy will auto-increment our ID for us. Yeah.
And I said color was optional, so
Oh yeah, and you can make color.
yep. So let's do that.
Is the column null by default?
Yep. The color is
the
optional.
column nullable by default? I forget if that's true or not.
Ooh,
Yes,
good point.
The column is nullable by default. You can create. I forget the exact flag name, but you can say non-null equals true, and
We could also spend put a.
primary key can't be null. It will auto increment or auto increment.
If we want to avoid nulls, we could also do.
Well, yeah, you could do that too.
Just
And
be
then
polite.
Then you color could be non-null, but I don't remember the keyword for that. Yeah, it's just seriously.
Yeah, your
just
linter is
ignore
nuts,
that.
man.
Yeah, I know.
It's really confused.
It updated a month ago. It's been driving me insane.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm surprised no one's come up with that.
Okay.
Maybe they have.
So,
Lit screen.
in post, we should just have to supply name and color.
Anything else in here, or are we calling that good?
And then we need to do db.session.add new Pokemon. New Pokemon. Yeah, that's what does the insert, and then we need to do db.session.commit.
Yep.
And that commits our changes.
Don't we
And
want
then-
to have a try and rollback just in case there's a problem?
I like to live on the edge,
No
but
problem.
doesn't
No
Alchemy?
problems.
Does SQL Alchemy handle that for you?
You could do db.session.rollback, but you have to do, for example, where you're committing,
Mhm.
you could put a try statement around the commit. Try, colon, yeah. And then accept, oh yeah, but that's just the whole, the SQL alchemy, we'd have to load that.
Or we could just leave an empty except.
We could just pray it
We
works.
could just have it, could we not have
As
to return
always.
No.
So like cannot
Yeah.
add to the database.
Yeah, rollback, and then return the string, we had a problem. And then outside of that, we finish with return success.
I mean, I would have said we had a Poke problem, but you know.
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh. Darn, it appeared to be hot.
That's too good. Yes.
I like that actually.
Darn, it missed.
All right. So for success, we just want to return.
Success.
Got it.
So that takes care of get and post. You guys want to test it as is?
Woo.
Debug it?
All right. Do we have Postman on here?
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah, I think
Go
we
ahead.
need a wrap.
I am.
Oh yeah, good point. We actually need to hook this
Yeah,
up.
routing. So at the very bottom.
It's really magic. I don't know where the magic stops.
Oh, wait
Yep.
a second. At the very top of this, because we want to keep our API self-contained.
Yep.
We should do API equals API app.
Like
Yeah, capital A. and
this?
then app.
Yep.
And then after our down here.
Yep.
We want to do API dot add resource. The name of our class. And then the name of the route, which is going to be that's a string / I could just make it API
Oh yeah, that's true.
because we only have Pokemon right now.
So let's put versions on these things, right?
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, we can move on with
Are we really at the 1.0 level?
It's semantic versioning, okay?
Actually, make it 2.0, no one will buy it.
So we need a backslash.
Backslash.
I'm actually wondering about the color equals none, if we can do that, if someone wants to look that up. We need to have a / and then the the carrot braces, the angle brackets.
These bad boys?
No, not curly braces.
Less than greater than
Yeah,
sign.
less than greater than sign.
These?
Yeah. Then we can do int.
In here?
Yeah, in there.
Oh yeah, I remember this now.
Colon. No, I'm thinking IDs for some reason. We need to do string. String colon name. And what that's doing is, like, we can do ints if we're having IDs or levels or stuff like that.
But we are using ID. We're getting by ID.
But the IDs are just like the sequential primary.
Right, but that's how we're
We
retrieving.
shouldn't get them on the form, then.
But we're retrieving by ID as well in get.
They really shouldn't be posted.
Let's look elsewhere.
We're posting name and color to make something.
That makes sense.
We're getting by ID, which means that if this route is going to be if this route is going to work with IDs, then we need to provide the ID, correct?
Yeah, we're getting by ID, and somebody should return the ID or something, because they really have no idea.
That's true. We should, instead of returning success, we should probably return the ID.
And we actually did something grammatically that will either make us need to use bad grammar eventually or semi-break things, which is that like the plural of Pokemon is also Pokemon.
Pokemon.
It's okay. We'll call them Pokemans. It's fine.
It's like deer, right?
Yeah, but usually when you do like roots, when you have your index root for everything, like
Yep.
you pluralize it, and then you have the individual one, you need a different name.
Well, it's okay. We'll
So
just
incorrectly pluralize.
Sure.
yes, as we are not infringing on any trademarks of the Pokemon Company or Nintendo, Pokemons are plural.
I would say the grammatical niceties are least of our problem.
I think that
Should we get the-
That's a good point. I appreciate that.
for the sake of right now, instead of querying by ID, why don't we query by name?
I think that's a good idea.
That would be a hell of a lot easier.
Yeah. And you just keep that
Yo,
You
well.
want to go
place.
number 5, or do you want?
Yeah. Well, the thing is that our endpoint and all the parameters in the endpoint need to be the same within an individual
I mean,
class.
we've specified that name has to be unique.
Yep, so there's no reason why we
there
couldn't
should be
use
no
name.
problem.
Exactly.
And then we added that
Until we start putting
diversity.
Unicode in the character names.
Let's get rid of the color in there just to be safe on our post.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, we can do it later. Or something else for the.
Comment it out so we can put it back in.
So
I believe that you just, if you don't want that to have a value, you just leave it out of the post.
Yeah,
Also, we have.
it defaults to none, so it
that's a
should.
pedantic question that
Yeah.
everybody is gonna hate. When we're naming a Pokemon, do we want to do anything to clean up that string coming in to like say like make sure maybe it's all lowercase and then capitalize the first letter so that you can't do something like write Bulbasaur with a capital B and then Bulbasaur with
Well,
a lowercase
would
b and then be
That's a
different.
realistic concern.
Yes.
That's something we do with it or not. It's a valid.
Right.
concern.
My question is, do we do it at this stage, or do we put some processing on the front end view and say, as we take in this value, clean it in this way?
We should
and then
definitely do
post
the
whatever
cleaning on the
we
back
get.
end. We should definitely
My
do the
question
cleaning here.
is whether or not, so I know, I come from Rails background, is that there are validations like that that you can just sort of add out of the box?
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure we could rig up something like that.
Last may have this.
We should test it first.
Yes, we
Yeah.
should.
Pokemon,
Let's-
but that's something.
Let's just make sure get our routes actually working first, and
Let's
then we
just
can.
test it with careful time.
Yep.
See.
Okay, we got this. So we're adding a resource. String name. What else we need to do in add resource?
We shouldn't have to do anything else, I don't think.
I think that's it.
It's, you could add something else to the string after 1.0 to let you know what model you're working with, but as what Michael said, like, we only have one model so far, so we kind of already know what it is.
Or it could just to be. That's
Yeah.
easy. That's an easy change. So we'll do that.
Okay, so we save that, we start the server, as long as there are no errors. Yay!
As view.
Type object, Pokemon has no object.
Attribute as view.
Oh.
What are we missing?
Of you for that route.
So I think,
We don't have
no,
a route.
Pokemon is the class. Maybe we need a representative. It's def __ REPR.
Oh, that's true.
Oh,
Wait,
Yeah,
wait.
yeah. That might be what it's asking for. So, return string.
Yeah, it's string file.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be Flask asked to, instead of just calling it from this file, we have a view that calls these? So on view, you then, yeah, because then that's the only way you would pass in.
Are we doing something with the resource setup that we're forgetting?
Where is it calling? It's calling
Wait. Hold on. We're adding resource. We need to add the.
Pokemon. Oh yeah.
I think that's our problem.
Oh, did it say Pokemon?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was our problem.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey!
All right. Is Postman on here?
I have insomnia.
Okay, I've only used Postman, so you'll have to block me to do this one. How is it spelled? I'm sorry. I'm terrible.
Just bring up
Is
the
it
whole
in
menu
Chrome?
thing.
Most of those are using.
Here we are.
Yeah, there you go.
In your API route, so you can tell it what to expect and where it to go, and like you can give it authentication, so it can do all that with your for you. Getting yes, yes.
Okay. So we want a new request.
Well,
It's restful.
no, it's not.
Now I get it.
There you go. It's also on every platform.
We can post JSON to it, right?
Well, we can, but we're not
We're not
checking in
sending it
JSON.
JSON.
The only thing it's checking right now
Is
is
URL.
the
Okay.
URL.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're just let's do a get just see if the get works then.
Well, if we don't have anything in there
We don't
yet.
have anything to get.
Right, so,
that
okay.
would be
Yeah, so
bad.
we can try and it will send back a failure or something.
Yep.
That'd be
You have to send in a name as a parameter to
yeah,
get
just
it.
Yep.
no body.
We don't have any names yet.
Okay, so we need to set a post first then. All right.
Yeah, so let's create that.
What do we want to do?
Well, no body because we're not even checking it. So why?
All right.
And then in the top bar there is the URL. So it's going to be localhost 5000, and then our endpoint that ends with the name that we want to create our new
Yep.
I
Pokemon.
think you called it API 1.0 Pokemon.
And then the name.
And then you need to do like make it a query string.
Yeah, as long as there's no space in there, it's a name. Let's just.
There you go.
Pikachu.
Let's do no color to see how it reacts to having no color. All right. That should work. Well, we'll find out.
No, it needs to be in the actual URL because right now it doesn't know it doesn't know where we're going. Like 404
Well,
error
it's
not
looking for
found.
something that matches Pokemon.
It's looking for something that matches Pokemon, but we don't have anything there because as of right now, our URL has to actually contain the name of the Pokemon.
Okay.
Name equals Excellus.
So then, like
Question mark,
Bulbasaurus,
maybe?
just copy Bulbasaurus and put it in the URL.
Doesn't have to be named.
Do we have to migrate the database before, have we done that yet?
Okay, it didn't work.
Do we have to migrate and set up the database? Like, we've written the tables, but I don't
You know,
know if actually it's
instead-
created the table within our database.
Yeah.
Have we
Also-
done that? And do we need to for Flask? I know you have to migrate whenever you update your models in Django, and then make migrations.
I know what you're
So-
talking about.
So when you set up roots in here, is there something for like a that maps sort of to a create root or not?
That would
Because-
be, for Django, it's made migrations.
Also, just so that we know what's going wrong, instead of having a return string, you might just want to put raise.
We can
So it just passes the
Oh,
raise.
so
in run.py you can also do app.run debug equals true to get bigger statements out of it.
like so.
Yeah.
All right, let's try it again.
So it's not going to be. Yeah.
Yep, here we go. That's what I want. I want that good stuff.
Lots of-
Here we go. Here's the plain text. Unable to open database file. Okay.
Yeah, because they are created.
I'm going to quickly
Please.
commandeer
Please.
and actually just copy over two existing files.
So that means you've forgotten how to do up the migration too.
Well, it can be a little
Migrate
complicated.
is a out of the box, like created tool when you're working with Django.
Yeah,
So
but
this
not with
entire,
Flask.
Database interaction.
I thought there was some easy way to do it to set up their SQLite. I mean, it's SQLite. It should just go, right? I mean,
Migrate.
Well, we use SQL Alchemy on top of SQLite, right?
yeah.
It's Flask Migrate.
Yeah, we're,
All right, here's what I prepared
we're gonna be
earlier.
using that. Let's come back over here.
So we go back to,
So this is an system. So when you're making a website, you have these
Config import
objects,
this.
essentially, it's object oriented. You're going to create a model for data type you want to store.
DB create all. That makes sense.
So, yeah.
So, you have
So I'm going to
called
quickly
Pokemon, and then you have those columns
just kind of
underneath.
declare these down in here.
Go for it.
Versioning import, we've already done all that.
Apply that model to a table, and if you make changes to the model, you remigrate so that like you add like a column, then you have that column.
So it's more like the schema gets migrated, not like the data gets migrated.
Yep.
Yes, it's a schema.
It's a schema migration. Now that I see you typing this, I'm like, oh yeah, we do need this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
But,
copy, let's save this. I'm going to also do this over here.
yeah, so
Or,
it's
yeah,
a table, and schema migrate, not a statement.
Now, without me doing anything, that should do something here.
It's equal. Just get the schema, no data.
DB create.
That's the only part, that's what I know.
It's Flask migrate, I think.
Models.com. It's funny because this is web programming, so.
Let me have that.
Okay,
I have to point
What's-
out my jokes.
maybe.
Like, I'm okay with that, but.
Collecting migrate. And there's a CPA statement. Collecting migrate, what the heck that?
Essentially, it's called
No migrate, migrate. Couldn't we just do it in SQL?
Please no.
Is there a SQL yet?
Actually,
Be
okay,
a
so
bunch of like old people.
there is OPAS, like they meet like
Yeah.
somewhere near Disney, like
Of
every.
course. You're some giant corporation.
Yes.
Yeah.
And everyone, like, they have like it's like a little mini night conference, and
They take
I
off.
wish it was that
They
one.
take off
but-
their top.
No, like, it's like an
I can say that
all-day
because that's
business
what
conference,
Just
but
gonna
like
see
one
what
night.
package this
of the
actually is.
265 people who've taken the Orlando Developer Survey, there are 6 who have SQL listed as their primary language.
That many.
Is that the salary one that we're just getting?
You know, the few, the proud, the.
That's not a thing.
It is a thing to have SQL as your primary language. My last job, like most of their purposes in SQL.
Oh,
or
there it
in
is.
Excel.
That's what we want.
Sad.
It's not SQL. It's not.
That looks better.
It's set.
Now we truly have a model.
No. Well, if you go to SQL Alchemy, Flask SQL Alchemy.
Yeah, SQL Alchemy migrate. Yeah.
They have on the
Okay. No, okay. No, we're getting somewhere
Yeah,
now.
we're getting somewhere.
Because now it's just Flask Mob instead of app because we import DB, and then same thing over here in create. We do again Flask Mob
Yep.
import DB. Now let's try running this again. We've created.
Unable to open database
Okay,
file.
maybe you do have to have those in there.
So I was like, I like
I don't really know for create.
Go to Flask SQL Alchemy.
What in the world?
I don't know.
Can you know for sure that it creates that file for you and that you don't have to make a file?
That's what it should be.
Because usually, like most NBC projects that I run, like you can see the database file somewhere in your directory.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's trying to find SQLite in there. I am going to do a quick search for there and just kind of see what it looks like because it's supposed. That's what it's supposed to be.
But like, it's, I find that difficult because it gets so. And well, I guess it's the SQL itself is the package.
Right.
So then everybody in Java, even if Java imports the box, really
Yeah.
Java.
Yeah, it looks right.
Maybe.
My data is wild.
Oh, maybe. Let's go ahead and do kind of what they have. So let's create temp in here.
Yep.
And so we'll
Slash
do
slash
this
slash
again,
slash temp slash.
And so we'll have that.
And you can just embed SQL directly.
And
The examples you'll see, how to do that, 'cause that's the only way I
over
can do it.
in migrate, we'll do this as well. And in it, I think we actually need to do this dot tmp to go up.
I think so.
Useful in a lot of instances. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's good.
That's the last.
Now let's go all the way back up.
Do you need to migrate?
No, we don't need to migrate because unless we change it later
Okay.
on after it's been created.
Gotcha.
Okay,
All right.
now let's try the post.
All right.
Now you all better explain yourself though a little bit because
But we did a lot of magic.
I don't think you can just say magic happens.
Well,
Magic happened.
Magic happened. So
How many programmers does it take to
create it.
All right.
Yeah.
We posted it. It's great. It's awesome.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Hey.
All right. Now let's try getting it.
Do you have like a SQLite browser or something similar on your?
I do.
So we could actually like look in that and see for sure like that our Pokemon has the right name and has like a color of none or not.
So wait, let's do it again.
Yeah.
Hey, it's an error.
It is not JSON serializable.
None. No, it's not JSON serializable.
Inside of API, instead of return, let's take the Pokemon thing out. And
Which thing?
do, let's say ret equals Pokemon query filter, that whole thing.
Which thing?
The JSONify.
Why not?
The thing?
No. Let's
Should we go to
no, not
the
JSON.
now?
Oh, the repper.
No. Let's separate out the query from the return statement.
Okay. And like this.
Yeah.
Do you want to do anything else to it?
Want to put a stir around it for good measure?
Yeah.
Just in case, it can't hurt, right?
Yeah. And it's not even a query because we did first. It's an actual Pokemon object. So
That's
if,
what I was gonna say, is what
Yeah.
actually gets returned from your query in SQL Alchemy?
yeah,
Because
it
you always
returns.
have a good
Oh, yeah,
dictionary
it's not a
type.
single, unless you select a single column, it's not a single thing, it's some kind of collection.
Yeah, but it should JSONify should handle that though, right?
Well, for this, instead
Yeah, I wanna make an array
of
out of it.
query is not actually a good variable name there. Let's call it requested Pokemon, something like
Or
that.
Yeah.
result set, which is the old.
Oh yeah, I love result set.
Well, yeah. Well, first is going to give you just a single object.
It's gonna give you one row.
Yep.
Yeah, it's going to give you one row, which
But it's gonna give you all the columns for that row.
yes,
And that's why it's not just a string.
and well,
But JSONify should be able to handle that, right?
maybe.
Okay, probably not.
Array out of it.
It depends, if it's
Well,
an array or
here's the thing.
dictionary or.
Result currently is not columns or rows. It is an
Can we-
object
can we-
that has object attributes.
Can we log this to the console? I want to see.
That's what I was.
So we can actually do JSONify results.name and it
Yeah.
will return
Yeah.
the
Then
bulk
you have
source.
one column.
All right, let's see if that does anything.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so the problem is it's not smart enough to understand that.
Yeah.
So I guess if we wanted to work on this next, we would want to write in a representation in JSON of this. Okay. I'm going to call this a good point to switch hands, though.
Commit.
Exactly. Commit, threw up all the food you ate, or something.
What?
Regurgitate is what all
I
the video.
think there's a way to do
That's
Pokemon.
That's what my child did. That's how far back
Get
that goes.
column names, and then you can match those up to the class attribute values that you return. I know there's a way to do
What's
it.
the reason that SQL Alchemy chose to return class objects instead of just like?
Because they're native Python objects. The whole point of SQL Alchemy is to remove the SQL from programs.
Yep.
In every scripting language I know of, that's the way you return the row as a collection of something, or
Like,
because you have
my
multiple columns.
dictionary.
If you did dot all or dot first and in parentheses did 5, which will return the first 5, then it will do a Python list of
row.
objects.
Where each object corresponds to a row and a table. But each of those objects in turn has multiple columns.
Yes,
Right.
and those are called you
They're
can
attributes of that object.
exactly. Yeah.
Those columns aren't like value sharing?
Nope. Because that's what a lot of APIs do, they do that as return. Key value.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah.
I'm very used to with the idea of
There
what's
should
coming
be
back
a,
is gonna have keys
Yep.
and JSON
And the
has
keys are
keys
column
and
names, and the
then
values are the values of the column.
well, the ID, name, and color are class attributes. There are ways
Okay.
in Python to do,
Someone else gets to drive now. I've driven for a
the
while.
get attr function, you can get attributes by string
Okay.
values. I believe, I would be surprised if there's not a function to return a dictionary representation of the column name.
Yeah, I would think
there.
that's
I would
something
think
built
that
in.
because so many other APIs do that.
Yeah.
Scripting languages do that in their database interface.
Yep.
And
In fact, I think if you aren't using this wrapper, but basically connecting to MySQL connector between Python and MySQL, I think you can get back probably a dictionary.
Yeah,
which is
that's
the
what
way.
I would expect to.
This is at a higher level than I normally.
Yeah. Who wants to go next?
Oh.
You'll probably be making some kind of views to go along with what we just did.
whoever wants to get up there, do return JSONify result, and instead of .name, do underscore 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 dict underscore underscore.
Won't that return a
And
whole
that
bunch
will
of
return
Yeah,
Yeah,
key
exactly that.
value pairs.
Exactly.
That worked. Alright, so we got there.
Someone from this side of the room over here.
I did when
Okay.
you guys
Yeah.
Hey, look, who's like slouching
I'm
down?
very, very new.
You don't want to watch me tell you.
Well, it's okay, because I feel like what we're doing is just telling you what to write, so you get to say, I wrote this code.
You don't even know it. I'm like a month old in Python for the first time. Still trying to figure out that out.
Let's get this to return a.
Also, we just did something pretty cool, but I don't think we committed it.
We did commit just now, right?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
So I guess I
There's nothing in our changes right now.
Okay, awesome.
All right, Mike.
Is this a Mac?
Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Shoot.
Change it as you need.
I don't really know how to zoom in or out on the Mac. Do you guys know that?
Yeah.
Finger pinch and unpinch on the touchpad.
Or there's also
Do
this
sh-
one is command, and then there's the
you need to do
plus.
shift along
Now
with that.
command is
So
is
command
command control
shift.
or is command alt?
Command
it's
is control most of the time.
command shift
So
plus plus plus, and we can make whatever you need as big as
Okay, so
as
it's
you need
command
there.
shift.
this
Yeah.
one is command.
We,
Oh, so it's where alt.
yeah,
would
so
be.
we've already
Yeah.
done it there. It's in this
So
tiny window
that's,
over here.
That's as far as I think it goes.
Shoot.
Uh,
Okay,
let-
is there a screen reader available?
Well, let me quickly grab it here and just kind of optimize it for you, so we can get rid of that column. Let's get rid of
The other
this.
thing is, if you have a dev environment that you like, we could. I mean, it would cut off the live feed, but you could just pull it down from Git and
can you
use
see
your
that when you
machine
get
whenever
close?
you want it.
Oh shoot! No, I don't have my laptop with me here, but yeah, hang on a second. I'll make it work. Okay. So self.name equals name. Self.color equals color. Def underscore RPER self. Okay.
So the thing that we're looking for right there is to change the return string self.name to return string self.__dict__.
Okay.
And so
Although in the get, we're returning result.name in the get as well. We want to change that too.
actually no, that we're in the wrong function. We need to be in the get of return JSON.
Oh, how do you undo?
Command Z, sorry, it's a Mac.
Yeah, Command Z. I think you're on Control Z.
Yeah, you want the one that's
So-
like where the Alt key is on a window.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go.
There you go, you got it.
It's not that.
So, five lines, 4 or 5 lines down is the line we're looking for there.
Okay, in this class.
Yeah, right there.
Screen, yep.
So,
Here's the skill.
back up to the.
4 lines
What's that?
below class, or 3 lines below class on line 24.
Oh, return JSONify this.
Yep.
That dot
All right.
is going to be the underscore there.
Okay.
Yeah. So when we call get, that should return a JSONified dictionary representation of our Pokemon.
Cool.
Which means we'll get all the columns.
Yep.
Column thingies.
Yep. Nothing more, nothing less.
And it's obviously going to be completely unreadable. Pam, it's barely readable for me on that screen.
That's cool.
Let's save that Command S,
Okay.
I think it was, yep.
and we swipe over to Insomnia.
Swipe. Is this a touch screen?
It's not touchscreen. The trackpad has
Touch. I can swipe it over.
I'm sorry, folks. I'm learning a new S on top of Flask.
No, that's okay. You're doing a good job. Oh yeah, this is
Experience, I still
holy.
did the wrong thing, control versus command all the
There we
time.
go. That's making. That's as big as it's gonna go, but
Exactly.
yeah. So
Like me, you write
th-
And
this
what
is
am I
our-
doing here?
So this is our GET request to our Bulbasaurus
Okay.
endpoint. So all we need to do is send. No.
Instant state is not JSON serializable.
Ah.
We're still missing something.
We are.
Or Jason serializables.
It just didn't work.
Really, JSONify is really brain dead.
What instead of JSONify? Why don't we just try? Oh, yeah. Here, let's start taking over just a little bit. But
That's cool.
let's do the dict instead of JSONify. Let's just do string for the sake of time.
Let's try that.
What the heck? We don't get along.
Oh, and debug. By the way, debug. Whenever debug is set to true, it will. Whenever you change a Python file, it will automatically restart the server for you.
What does the pin code do in the debugger?
When
I see
you're,
that.
I believe it's used so you can
connect some kind of like browser level debugger, like a in the browser you can activate a debugger or talk to it somehow. I don't know how.
Where,
Pin code or something.
which pin code are you talking about?
Whenever you launch the debugger here, you'll see it says debugger pin code.
Yeah.
But it comes out whenever you launch Flask.
Okay.
It makes it so that you can recreate the same bug.
Oh.
So if you're working on a
So
large
what just got returned
bugs or
is
body types,
the reason why it's probably not JSONifiable is because it's, the instance state is an object, and so we would actually have to return. We would have to do something.
Is it open source or is that?
No.
Something more like this. So we would need to delete results,
Yes.
underscore
Legally,
the
it's
dicts,
open source.
that,
All my knowledge is recognized.
and then it. Let's just make sure. Let's make sure that.
Smartphone?
I do have a smart.
Okay,
Why aren't you on
that
the
should
Pokemon
be
Go? They're
JSONifiable.
your students.
God, that is so is it even 6 months old? Yeah. So 4 months
I
old.
like it.
Last quarter.
You should use that.
Yes.
JSON.
Figure it out.
Oh, okay. So very quickly, what just happened is we found our dictionary. However, the dictionary, in addition to our columns, included a underscored column name called instance state, which was an object. And JSONify does not like objects.
Now we'll do it.
Yeah. So what all?
How do we fix that?
So if all we, yeah. So yeah. That exactly. We just went in. We took our result as regular, and then we deleted the column we didn't want to see, and now it's JSONifiable. Yay!
Oh, sure. Okay. I watched you type that, but I didn't realize what that did.
Yeah. So yeah, we're just deleting the dictionary key that we won't want, that we don't want, and it's not going to affect the database in any way because we have a copy. We should be pretty close. Yeah, it is 8:54.
Commit.
There are so many things that we could pick up on this next time for the next meeting. We could add views to our API.
Let me just because now I think we just now getting where we're actually working kind of at speed. After like an hour of really floundering, so.
Yeah, Mike, go ahead.
Setup's always the hardest.
Type added rest or added get post.
I had no idea.
We already had to get.
I had no idea how the apps
to get post.
What's that?
Fixed get post.
Okay.
Remove trademark Pokemon names.
It's Bulbasaurus. It's not.
Yeah, we're cool.
And then it's just the check mark right above that.
All right. Sorry, I'm so used to Control Enter. I wouldn't even thought of that.
I know I've seen you use VS Code before, but I'm sure you had something else on there.
You thought you were actually bad.
And then it's not showing the push button when it's zoomed in, but
Oh, there it is. There's push.
there it is. Okay. And
Puns are great. Puns are.
it's getting there. Pushed. Yes. Okay.
All right.
All right. Yay, everyone. Let me get back on the camera here. So, all of this code is available online. Peruse it. We'll pick this up at a future meetup, the next one or the one after that. We'll see. Depends on who wants to talk. So, or if everyone really wants to do this again. We have a very basic structure to a Flask application. It runs. Yay. We set up our database with a table, and we created an API endpoint to add and fetch JSON items to and from our table. JSONify. There's a Casey over there.
I'm really excited about mob programming now because this is way more than I could have done by myself in 2 hours.
Woo!
And there's diffusion of responsibilities occurs such that whatever bugs
Yeah, we
happen,
can
no
blame
one
Michael.
will take responsibility for them. No one. It's
Right.
collective responsibility,
Collective
which is no responsibility at all.
Exactly.
Yeah, and
But no, this is great. I love these
That's
things.
why
when
it's a
people-
mob.
I love these things when people work together and code something. There's really a lot of people that
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah, me too.
I'm
Good.
I'm gonna turn this
So
around
it
again.
turns out, Mike, that it looks like there is a Zoom that is built into the Mac that we can go in system preferences and turn on next time. Because I found instructions.
Now that I
for it.
know we're doing it all off of GitHub, I think next time I'll just bring my laptop.
Yeah, that's what we figure would probably be
Yeah, I do
easiest
so
if
much
we had
keyboard
here.
navigation that I'm used to like.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
Control
understand.
enter instead of, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You probably got a screen reader turned up to light speed or something anyway, too, so.
Actually, no, I can do without the screen reader as long as I got Zoom going.
What channel is it where you guys have all the live meetups?
So we are posting the Python live streams onto the Orlando MLDS YouTube page. I have the link to the live streams posted inside of in the meetups channel on ODevs.
Because Mike actually did a presentation a couple of months ago. Was that last month?
That was
I think the
that
last one.
yeah.
On how he uses everything that he does with accessibility and how we can.
I've seen him present at another meetup, but it wasn't on accessibility. You were presenting on maybe what, a JavaScript meetup or something? I remember seeing it at some meetup where you presented. But you were just presenting lots of technical topic on accessibility.
Only other meetup that I've, well, Orlando PHP when I was around.
I wouldn't have
This
been there.
was
He
this
did
was
it
pretty
ODevs, I
in
think,
depth.
too.
So if you're interested in
Yeah,
it,
I'm gonna like it.
it's up on our live streams.
Cool, I'll
Hey.
watch that.
I apologize for all the live streams. We're still working on them, so the only video is in the tiny little corner box for that one. But you can hear the discussion, and the discussion is the best part of that whole meetup. Definitely go watch it. We have some. So next time we bring this out, we'll definitely add some more views, do some HTML. We'll look at Jinja 2, which we can actually
It's a templating thing.
yeah, we can embed Python in our HTML
Yeah,
templates.
that,
Some fun stuff like that. There's all sorts of different Flask libraries, like Flask login. We can add things like we can add a decorator to our running endpoints to say a user must be logged in order to see this page, stuff like that. I think I did want to bring up, and I put this stuff in the presentation, our intro presentation for MLDS meetup. Just a couple of links that I think people might like. The two primary Python podcasts, podcast.init and Talk Python to Me, had some pretty good stuff in the last month.
Yeah, Talk Python, we had a lot of good podcasts. I listened to
Yeah.
a bunch of those.
Podcast.init, they're doing a 3-part series on data science stuff. The first one was PyTables, which either, I forget the origin, either created, inspired, or is being used by pandas. Then interviewed the guy who's currently in charge of the Pandas project. And I forget the next one, if it's even out right now, but there's another one coming that's also in that line. I would highly recommend those. And even if you don't listen to those, please listen to the Talk Python to Me one listed there. It's his 100th episode, and he interviewed the creator of Python, the benevolent dictator for life. That's what he's known as.
Wasn't there recently, they interviewed a main contributor on Django as well?
Yes.
Which one was it?
I get so confused between the two. Either I would just subscribe to both; they're amazing. They do a really good job.
Flask as well.
Flask Diamond?
The Flask Diamond, yeah. I was looking at
And they
that.
interviewed the creator of Flask, or the main author of Flask as well.
So,
There's also data science and astronomy one that's very interesting. If you have any interest in astronomy.
oh yeah, that was a while back.
Machine learning and data science applied to astronomy. Really interesting podcast.
Hey, Definitely subscribe to these two. The other one here is just other links. These are a little more ML focused, but there's a library called Feather, which allows you to export data frames into a file format that can be saved as native instead of
PKL
files. You can export as Feather, and what that allows you to do is you can save and load native data frames between Python pandas and R, instead of having to export it as JSON or CSV, all these other types. And then someone posted a really interesting library in the data science channel called ML from Scratch, and it is a pure Python, it doesn't even use NumPy, implementation of a ton of machine learning algorithms. So props to that guy, check it out. I'll post a link to these slides in the Python one, and I will also bring these up again at Orlando MLDS next Wednesday. So I just wanted to bring those up before we left, but it is now 9:02, and we have to get out of here.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Oh, that link is spazzing.
Yes, maybe it's a rave link.
Brave link, infinite screens.